Hello everyone, myself Umar Taskir and you are watching WsCubeTech YouTube channel. Guys, in this video I am going to talk about Site Audit Feature in Ahrefs. We're going to explore how this Site Audit Feature actually works and what kind of report it's going to provide us when we put our website into this tool. Right, so let's straight away dive into my laptop screen and see how it actually works. So I'm here in my laptop screen and right now I am going to click on this Site Audit tool. So you see a project is already there, but when you are first going to use this tool, you are not going to see any project like this. You have to create a new project. For that, an interface like this will be there for you. You have to put your website over here, your project name over here, and then you have to click on next. So if you want to do the ownership verification, you can do the ownership verification for your website which you want to crawl. So you have these three methods through which you can actually do the ownership verification. This is very much like what we do with Google Search Console, right? So the kind of verification we actually used to do with Google Search Console, that kind of verification you have to do here also, so that you can integrate Ahrefs with your website. Now what it will do, it will basically help crawlers to understand your website in a very deep way. Now let me click on next and you'll see a set of settings over here, and I'll recommend you not to touch any settings over here. Keep them in default mode and then click on next. You'll be getting scheduling option over here where you can reschedule your crawl. If you want to pause this thing, you can stop this thing straight away. If you want crawlers to come again on your website and re-crawl, then you can schedule whatever time you like. Then you have to create the project and the crawling will start. Right, so I'm not doing this step just because crawling takes a lot of time, and after the crawling is done, once your crawling is completed, you're gonna see this kind of interface, right, which is over here. So you have few matrices over here like health score and trends, all those things. And now I'm going to straight away dive into the report section. So I'll be clicking on this project and interface like this will be open, right? So I'm going to make this video in two parts because there's so many things. So if I'm gonna discuss all things in a single video, that is going to be that will take a lot of time, and this will make this video a very lengthy one. So I'm actually dividing the sections. In the first video, I'll be discussing these all aspects, which are the basic aspects, and you will be familiar with many matrices over here. And then I'll be talking about this report section, right, in the second video. So let me tell you about the overview. You are having health score. Now health score is what? It's a percentage, and how it's calculated. See, if you have 10 URLs on your website and the crawler crawls all those websites and only two URLs are successful, I mean to say 2 URLs are without any errors, then your health score will be 20%. And if there are 4 URLs which do not have any errors, or we can say that there are 4 URLs without any errors out of 10 URLs, then your health score is. Now you have URLs crawled over here. You can see this is divided into internal pages, internal resources, external resources. Then you have internal URLs having errors. So you are having errors on like 2337 URLs out of this total URLs which are crawled, right? Then these URLs are divided by content types and then HTTP types, right? Contents, you have images, HTMLs, all that, and then you have HTTP status codes, the URLs which are divided by HTTP status codes. Then you have content types of internal URLs by depth. Depth is something like see, when a URL comes to your website and it actually navigates to some section or some page or some URL, then how many steps that URL is going to take to reach that final URL is actually the depth. It's taking 2 steps. I mean, there are 2 trees, right? There are 2 branches, then it's actually 2, right? So then you have over here HTTP status codes by depth. You have HTML tags and content. So title tag, you see 244 unique title tags are there and 150 bad duplicates are there. So you are getting in-depth information over here. And then at the end you have these issues, right? How many issues are there and all that. Then this is just basically an overview. You are going to have a very detailed information in Data Explorer and Site Structure reports, right? So now let me show you the crawl log, which is going to tell you how often is your website crawled, or what is happening when your website is actually crawled, how much time it is taking to crawl, how many pages it has crawled recently, all those steps. See, you are going to see over here latest URL crawl, and you are having time over here, status of this URL which is crawled, then the content type of the URL, exact URL over here, size and the load time. So you are having few things over here also which are actually related with your crawl log, or we can say the crawl history, right? And here are some URL types which are actually divided. Then you have a start time, finish time. So since I have created this project yesterday, just because the crawling actually takes a lot of time, so I cannot start over here and show you, right? It actually takes, like you see, it is mentioned over here like 3 hours. So it was not feasible for me to make it over here, right? Then URL scroll, total internal pages, everything is over there. And we have discussed two things over here. Now I am coming to Data Explorer, and this is a very detailed report or very detailed analysis. You have a great filter over here, and if you click on this segment, you see that same kind of segment over here. So you can put some values, some scenarios, some conditions, and you can apply or save that segment so that when further use that segment in any kind of reports or any kind of analysis. Then you have this PR, URLs, organic traffic on this particular URL, HTTP status code of URL. So different matrices related to this URL. You are having this PR 100, right? And this PR is calculated by all the URLs that has been crawled, right? So it's not getting any information from outside. It's giving you the information or the metric from the from this crawl data only, right? So if you are having 100 over here, which means that this one is the best URL among all the URLs crawled over here by the crawlers, and then you have 96, which means that's a little bit lower than this first one, right? So it's not taking any data or not taking any reference from outside. So this is a relative position between all the URLs that we have already crawled, right? So this is it, right? So this section gives you a very detailed information about all these stuffs, the URLs crawled and all that. Now if we come to site structure, you are going to see site structure. So it is basically divided into three things: www.wsCubeTech, without www, and then the blog, that is the subdomain. So if you click, you are going to see the total URLs within www.wscubetech.com, and the numbers is over here. And I have filtered over here with HTTPS code. So it's going to show me the division of these URLs on the basis of the HTTPS codes. And if you change anything, like I'm going to change indexability, you're gonna see the total URLs divided on the parameters of the indexability and non-indexability, right? Then if you want to see the organic traffic, then you will be able to see the organic traffic also, what kind of organic traffic, what percentage of organic traffic you are going to receive in this segment, on this segment. So this is a report which is actually divided on the basis of the site structure. Then we have referring domains and all that. So if you talk to me, the one feature that I like the most is when you come to Data Explorer, you are going to have this very great filter over here, right? So there are so many things that you can select, and then you can filter your data from that perspective. So that is a very great feature that I actually like, right? So from the next video, I'll be discussing on this report section. We'll be discussing what kind of reports I am getting from here, what kind of errors are there, how can we try to resolve those errors using Ahrefs, right? So see you in the next video. Till then, a very good bye.